Yeah, we're taking a look back 1 year later at the town of Paradise. I remember it started off as this little thing. I remember hearing about it on the news. It was just one of many fires, right, Rob?
You know, the way that it started off, we had power outages, planned power outages before this, but there wasn't one for this one. So I think in people's mind, they weren't thinking that the weather was as extreme, but in that one spot, it was. And unfortunately, that's where the fire started.
I know, and all our neighbors, when we lost power for 2 or 3 days, we thought, what about the people in Paradise? So today, we're really focusing on them rebuilding today and just honoring that, their strength.
Yeah.
It is 5:30. The Camp Fire was the deadliest and most destructive wildfire in state history. 1 year ago today, 85 people lost their lives, 14,000 homes destroyed. Smoke and flames turning Butte County neighborhoods into dark, dangerous evacuation zones. Searching for survivors and removing rubble has cost billions of dollars. And now, a year later, we're in the rebuilding stage. ABC 10's Carlos Herrera joins us now live from Paradise. Still much work to do. Carlos?
Yeah, a lot of work, and we're seeing a lot of it here. In fact, we're at a Starbucks right on Skyway, right in the heart of the town of Paradise. While we're here, we want to talk to locals because this is what makes this story so inspiring. I have Stacy Crook here this morning. Welcome. Thanks for joining us. You were highly impacted by the campfire.
That's correct. I moved into Magalia 6 weeks before the fire, and then the fire happened and lost everything. I have watched this community go through a trauma that no community should ever have to go through, and but the inspiration that has come from that trauma and the community rebuild has been phenomenal.
Stacy, I walked up to you this morning. You were smiling. Emotional moment. I see your shirt. It has Paradise. We see those signs in front of the Starbucks, in front of many shops. The unity here to rebuild is just quite amazing, right?
Absolutely, absolutely. The town was working on the rebuild pretty much right after the fire, and so was most of the community. Everybody jumped in, everybody got involved, and then the help from the county, the state, the government has been, it's been there. The support has been there, and we've all, just been grateful for it.
Well, Stacy, I'll give you a hug, and thank you so much.
Thank you.
Appreciate it, and good luck with everything else. Stacy Crook, Walt, again, these are the stories that we want to tell. That's why we're here in Paradise, to let you know what happened here and how the community is so strong and rebuilding 1 year later. We'll send it back over to you.
Yeah, an upbeat attitude there. There is a good future there in Paradise. Hang in there and get that rebuilding going. Carlos, thank you. Starting at 10 this morning. We'll stream events live until 8 this evening. We have crews all across Paradise, experts back here in the newsroom talking about what's changed in the year since the fire. You can watch it on abc10.com and our ABC 10 app. So 1 year later, there are already signs of progress in Paradise. The whole town is basically a big construction site. Most everything that it has burned is now gone, scraped down past the foundations. All that's left is bare dirt. Rebuilding is expensive right now. There aren't enough contractors to go around. Many people are not coming back to Paradise. They're starting from scratch somewhere else. The town's new pioneers are hoping they can bring it back with the same small town spirit that it had before.
I think some people are holding on to that. They want that back.
The old Paradise.
The old Paradise. And you want things that you can't replace.
A few businesses are starting up again, a couple places to buy gas and groceries, several options to dine out. There's even a brand new cafe in town. Rebuilding Paradise is not going to be easy or fast, but already small signs of progress are giving people hope who choose to remain. This weekend, you can watch our new documentary, Camp Fire 1 Year Later, here on ABC 10. Watch it with us. Saturday, 9:30 p.m. Sunday, 2:30 p.m. You can also watch it right now online at abc10.com/campfire. Rob, you were on this from the very beginning when the first sparks were happening.
I just remember that morning. There was a bit of fire fatigue, to be honest with you, in California. There had been so many big, horrific fires, and that morning the weather was lining up to be similar to some of those other conditions with some of the other fires, but it was November, and we were looking at a different end of the fire season, but that definitely was not the end, and it's just really unfortunate what happened. But as we're reporting this morning is that people in that community are rebuilding, and there is hope and there is a future, and that's really the story today moving forward. We've got a big ridge of high pressure. I don't see any rain anytime soon because of this setup. The lows are getting bigger, but they're just not strong enough. Close to record heat for today. I know 81, you wouldn't necessarily consider that hot, but that's the record for today, and we're going to be really close. We've got temperatures in the 40s as you're waking up, highs in the mid to upper 70s, but see at the bottom there, hour by hour, the winds are not that strong. So at least we have that going for us. Vegetation bone dry, but we don't have fire weather coming back anytime soon. Now back to you.
All right, Rob, as you know, it's all about your driving conditions as you head out. Our traffic team, Jeremy, driving 80 near Vacaville. No reported issues in the eastbound lanes. Traffic slowly picking up in the westbound lanes. Once you hit Vallejo, you will see some light fog, and that's the same story as Rob's been telling you all morning in a portion of San Francisco as well. As we take a look at everything happening now, I'm still watching an accident. This is Modesto 33 near 4th Street in the northbound lanes. It sounds like someone hit a pole. Now the pole's not down, it's just leaning. So I have a caution flag out for you. It appears that traffic is moving. It could be an issue. You can always take 5 to avoid some of those delays. You're gonna see a little bit of light fog as well, maybe as you come in from Modesto. 99 into Sacramento, we're looking at 59 minutes. If you take 5, we're looking at 38 minutes. So traffic is still moving. It is your driving conditions we're watching. You better believe we'll update you, Kirsten, throughout rush hour.
All right, thank you for keeping us updated. Brittany, 5:36 right now. A man is dead after a hit-and-run crash in Elk Grove, and police are still looking for the driver. It happened around 6 o'clock last night on Waterman Road between Brown and Calvin Roads. Investigators were on the scene for hours. The victim was an 85-year-old man who lived in the area. Police say they're looking for someone driving a red SUV, possibly a Ford Explorer, and it's going to have some front-end damage. The driver was last seen turning west on Calvine. If you have any information on this one, please call police. Now let's get to some other stories making headlines in your Daily Blend. Search for justice. An emotional day at the Stockton waterfront as the family of Shiley Martinez marked 4 years since her murder. The 21-year-old was shot at a house party in 2015. Her mom says she's hoping for answers, but police still have not made an arrest.
It crushes me, especially knowing that I don't know who, killed my daughter.
Massacre in Mexico. The search continues this morning for who's responsible for the attack that killed 9 Americans. As 3 of the 9 family members murdered in northern Mexico were laid to rest, relatives are now questioning whether they were targeted by a drug cartel.
The Chihuahua cartel used our 3 women and all the children as a provocation to start a war between them and the Sonora.
Mexican officials are sticking to their belief that drug traffickers mistook the family for a rival cartel. Race for 2020. Former New York City Mayor Michael Bloomberg is sending a jolt through the presidential race. Today, the billionaire is putting his name on the Democratic primary ballot in Alabama. Bloomberg has changed party affiliations over the years, running for New York City mayor in 2001 as a Republican, then becoming an independent, and last year re-registering as a Democrat. And that is your Daily Blend. If you got something you want to share with us when you see it online, just use the hashtag MorningBlend10.